Hey everyone, welcome to Moms in Real Estate. We have a special treat this week. Not one guest, but two. I have Shay Noonan and Lisa Wright, and they are partners and work together in real estate. So I am excited for you guys to learn about these beautiful women. So let's get started.
Angela Fazio is an industry powerhouse who has overseen 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. And Kristen Cantrell is one of the nation's most accomplished team leaders, helping thousands of agents build their businesses. They are passionate about educating, encouraging, and empowering moms in real estate. Our next episode starts now.
Hey everyone, welcome my beautiful co-host Kristen. Shay, hi Lisa, how are you guys?
Hello, good morning.
Oh, I put you in the different order. So let's start with you, Shay. Give us a little background about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a mom. I have two girls, 6 and 2. I have been in real estate for 8 years. So I actually started pre-mom and now I'm still here. And I have a team at the Noonan Group at my home group.
Awesome. Lisa, you go now.
Hey, good morning. Yes, I am on the Noonan Group team at my home group, and I am a mom of 2 as well. I have a girl and a boy, and a lovely husband of 10 years, and been in real estate about 6 years, going on 7, and known Shay almost that whole time. And we teamed up last summer, and it's been full steam ahead. It's been so great.
So we all 3 have 2 kids, 2 girls, boy and girl, and 2 boys. Chaotic. We were just talking about before we went live how we needed advice from Angela because she has like a million kids. We're all struggling with 2.
Yeah. She has what we have combined. Like the 3 of us have 6 and then she's got her own 6.
Actually, almost exactly because I have 2 girls and 4 boys.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And then 2 granddaughters.
I don't know. I always hear, Shay, that it's easier with girls. So I don't know if you feel that way, but I have like 2 psychopaths in my house. And then I think when you have like a boy and a girl, like at least it's a little easier, less chaotic. I don't know.
I don't know. My second girl, she is a determined, like that girl could be the president someday. I mean, she is so, I don't know. She's a handful. It's great. We love her.
So when you before you had your kids, you were in real estate. So was it kind of hard for you to be in real estate, getting pregnant, having a baby, and trying to balance everything?
Oh yeah, it was. It actually, it was one of those things. I had done it, and I'd gone to the office every day, and then I had Piper, my oldest, and it rocked my world for sure. I was then trying to juggle, okay, well, I want to stay home, but I also want to work and I still want to pursue my career that I've worked hard for. And it was really tough with her. With Harlow, with my second, I was like 2 weeks postpartum, I was on a listing appointment and it was easier. But Piper, it took me about a year to really get my feet back on the ground and figure out the perfect balance for me.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you guys meet? Tell everybody your story. How did you come together in real estate?
Do you want to take that, Shay, or you want to start it off? I can
segue. We actually met at church, and Piper was this newborn and she was wrapped up and I had her on my chest, and Lisa and I started talking and it was like, oh, I'm a realtor. Oh, me too. One of those. So that was awesome. She had Emma at the time. So we both had these 2 little girls, and we met at that point, but we didn't start working together until about a year and a half ago when we teamed up. And I can tell Lisa can sort of take it from there.
Yeah, I love telling this story. So I've been in real estate for a while and I've done the team thing, and then that kind of dissolved, and I was just on my own. I was finding myself in a really hard first half of 2019 where I just felt like, all right, like I felt like the Lord kind of took everything away to redirect me, but at the time it was really tough. And so I remember just listening to a song one day in the car, and it was about His name up in lights. And I was just kind of felt the Lord say, it's not about your name, it's mine, and doing my work. And that's the whole reason I got into this in the first place. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll kind of let go of the idea of Wright Realty that I kind of developed in my mind with my husband back when I first started, and we went into property management and leasing our first home, or renting our first home. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? And I'm in a gym class one day, and I get out, and they're just like, all the endorphins are flowing. I feel like my mind's super clear. And I hear him say again, like, I want you to text these 5 people in your network that you've stayed in touch with, that you have good relationships with. And Shay was one of those names that came up. And I sent out a bunch of texts right after class, and literally within 2 minutes, I think it was, Shay texted me back, and she was like, oh my word, I was just thinking about you the other day. Let's meet. I was like, I'm getting this on my calendar. Like, I know Shay's as a person, and I know as a realtor, and I'm just like, this is awesome. So 2 days later, it was a Tuesday, we got together on a Thursday, and it was just a meeting, not to how or if we should work together, just here we go. This is what we're going to do. And I remember just leaving there, calling my husband, just feeling so excited, feeling like I didn't have any questions, or if it was the right decision. It just felt 100% like just God's goodness. And I just say, it's a testament to when you listen to him, the good gets so much better, or, you can come out of those trials when you give it to him. So.
Yeah, I love that story because for so many reasons, I love Jesus Christ with all my heart, and our whole real estate career has been our ministry, and we've had so many unbelievable, experiences with the Lord. And it's why I'm so confident on whatever path God has got us on. So, now we're at EXP. So what do I do? Of course, I tell people about EXP, but you know what? I don't really care whether somebody wants to receive it or not, because I know the Lord's in control of that. And he will place people in your lives that you're supposed to be with, and he will take people away for, in seasons, and I trust him. I know he puts people together. So I love that story that you trusted God, and he's put you together to work together and grow your business together and encourage each other. We should do that all the time, as women in this business.
Well, and I think it's really cool how you being like, okay, I had Wright Realty, and you have this idea, and that's hard to sit and be like, I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to go be part of the Noonan Group, especially in real estate. That's something that I can see somebody struggling with, and you were like, good. And you just jumped into it and listened, and look how happy you guys are. I mean, talk to us about your dynamic, because you guys talked to us about it a little bit, and how you guys help each other, and how working together has really overall made your guys' lives better.
I can. It's I definitely think that women, we work better together. Especially moms, you put women together and it'll be stronger and better. So with us, it's great because we still have our own clients and our own separation, but at the same time, sometimes it's just calling, going, hey, this just happened. What do you think? What should I do? Or talking the other one down when they've lifted them up when they've had a bad day. And there's so much just more so support that goes into it that really brings that positivity that helps us continue to grow, which is great. It's nice if one of us is traveling, the other's there, the other's able to step in, and you don't ever have to panic if, maybe you have, as a mom, you have an event you have to go to. Well, it's great. I can say, hey, Lisa, do you mind? Can you help me out? Can you show this property for me? So it really it's such a blessing in so many different areas to have just a teammate.
That's my teammate. Oh, wait. That's my teammate right there.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can all agree that this business is a lonely business if you don't find somebody. And that can be on a team, that can be an accountability partner, whatever it is. I think everybody needs to have something similar, because it is you guys can just feed off of each other. I love it.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love how when we can just have our team meetings and our random calls throughout the day, and we just, hey, this is what I'm working on, and how just even in the short moments, something so great can come from the conversation. I always say 2 heads are better than 1. And then it's nice to have that sounding board, and our conversations go from work to kids back to work. And it's just, it's a friendship, and it's a business relationship. I love that there's trust, all of that. It's so good. And I think the motivation is there, you know, when you're feeling stagnant or the ideas aren't coming, one person says something, then you're like, you know, it sparks an idea, and it's fun to do things together, and we go farther together. And part of it is the journey, not the destination. I always say real estate's a marathon, not a sprint. And I just, you know, it's fun, but it can be stressful and lonely if you're doing it alone. And it's fun to have someone to laugh or vent to that totally understands and it's got your back, and best interest at heart. So I love that.
I'll bet you the two of you not only match personality-wise and friendship-wise, but you must match work ethic-wise as well. So I could never partner or work with somebody who isn't as intense as I am, or you know, focused or wants to grow. So I'm assuming you guys are matched in that way as well.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty similar. I think Shay brings out the best in me. I hope I bring out some good stuff in Shay, but
yeah,
I think for me, I like the motivation part, and then it brings out that. But we're totally A-type, and one of our friends always says, "If you want something done, ask a busy mom." You know, it's just like checking things off the list. And
how do we do it? Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I just did like this much stuff. I always tell my husband, if I showed you a list of what I've done today, it's like insane. I feel like I could like scroll comes down.
It's so good, right?
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
That's okay.
So, oh, go ahead. I wanted to talk about like your guys' goals, because I think it's so you guys have like such a big vision, and I wanted you guys to share that with everyone.
Yeah, I know, you know, for me personally, my goals are always based on sales per year, right? It's not so much per how many deals are you doing. It's what's that sale number going to be per year? And Lisa does the same. So when we get together, we're able to go, okay, what's your goal this year? How much do you want to do in sales this year? And how are you working to get there right now? So that's how we structure things when we have our team meetings. That's always our number one. And, you know, it's definitely to both of our goals to see some growth within the team too. It's a big valley here in Phoenix. And so it would be great to be able to have more boots on the ground valley wide. So that's another goal for the team. And, you know, I know Lisa's got her own as well, but
I bet people would love to work with you guys. So hopefully there's somebody out there watching. And
yeah, call us. Yes.
That'd be so fun.
So, do you guys ever do like vision boards? Have you done that before? You know what?
No.
And anyone who's listening, so we're doing a vision board goal setting thing. I know, seriously.
Wait for that.
We're doing one on December 1st at my house. And if you want to get your team together and do, it's guided. Like Josh Underwood and Matt Long are like amazing vision board goal setting coaches. And so we're going to all get a humongous group of people together, and we're going to just, because, you know, if you say, oh, I'm going to do a vision board, but you don't do it within a group accountability setting, it never gets done. So yeah, I think that is so powerful. I don't do them very often. I'm not very disciplined, but every single time I've done a vision board with goal setting, all of it comes true.
Wow. It's so true. I've always done them because I go to Matt and Josh's, like they do the 90-day goal setting. Every quarter we do them, and I'll put my vision board right by my desk, and the next year I'll be like, holy crap, all this happened. And I haven't even, like, it's almost like I don't even pay attention to it sometimes, but it's like, I don't know, subconscious.
Yeah. It's one of those things I'm always like, I know we should be doing this. And it's the one thing I'm coming because if I'm going to do it. And if I do, like, I'll never do it on my own. Again, back to that team mentality, right? There are so many things that if we don't do them together, they don't get done.
Don't get done. That's right.
And when we have a bunch of people, it's the easiest way for tons of magazines and tons of ideas to come. Because I've done them with one or two people, or with just like a couple people, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing to put on my vision board.
Yeah.
I think another great thing about a partnership, and I don't know if it's true of you two, but it's totally true. Like my husband and I, and with Kristen and me, I raise my games better. Like I'm a little bit competitive. I'm really competitive with myself. And so I don't want to look like the slacker in the group. So it makes me work harder.
Yeah, I do think too, I mean, there's so many times I call it falling off the wagon, right? Where we just get down. And I think COVID was a time that a lot of people too, just you're home, you're in your pajamas every day, and you're like, how do I get back out there? And if you're alone, it's going to take you 2 to 3 times longer to get more motivated than if every day you're on a team or you're talking to somebody, you're seeing them hustle. You're like, oh, I should probably put some jeans and heels on and get out there today, right? Like,
yeah. Yes. I even think about it, like, even with working out, like if there's somebody working out next to me and they're just like doing like more like heavier weights or like longer endurance, I'm like, I gotta step up my game next to this person. Like, so it's everything like work. And yeah, I definitely think it's so important.
Yeah.
I have a random question. One of you said that you got an Airstream, and I don't know what that is. What is that?
You did? How cool.
So they are those vintage travel trailer RV style, but they look like the silver bullet. So they're vintage. It's been my dream. That would have been on my vision board every year if I would have been doing a vision board. And Lisa wants to reno one because you can buy ones that were made in the 60s and the 70s, gut them. And you have to it's so fun. And it allows our family to just get away and travel, and it's our second home, but it's on wheels.
Wow. Okay. Now I know.
Tell them the name today.
What's that?
Tell them the name of your Airstream.
Oh, it's Ariel, like AIRIEL. So Air for the Airstream and Ariel, like Disney, because we have girls, right? We have the Disney princess girls. So Ariel.
It has on the page too. Follow it.
Lisa, if you get one and you reno it, would you like, because I know a lot of people will do that and then they like rent them out and stuff. Would you do that?
I mean, I haven't thought about that, but it's definitely a possibility. I feel like the biggest hurdle is just getting to the reno part. Because like once I start something, I want to finish it. So I don't know. One of these days we'll do it though. My husband, if he's listening, get on it.
I'm sure to have an Airstream printout for your vision board then.
Yeah,
I know. I'm going to have to put one on. I'll just take a picture of Shay's and that'll make it on there. Has to be on there.
Like one picture of a really crappy looking one next to the way you run it.
Yeah.
So you guys, I know that you're just like everyone else. And one of the ways that we want to encourage women is to give them advice on how can you do this career and be a mom and be a wife, and be a friend. So do you guys have any tips or advice for our listeners about how to not get balance, because I think it's impossible, but just try to achieve more of a balance according to your idea of balance?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jill.
I know for me, one of my big things is taking a step that maybe, so finding time for your business. I think a lot of times moms who are trying to get into the business are trying to do too much. You have to delegate stuff, right? If you want to grow here, you got to get rid of some stuff here. So it may be taking that step and having some help come into the house to take care of your kids 2 days a week so you can focus on your business. Or maybe it's just hiring somebody to come clean your house so that you've got that extra time. But I do think making the space to stay motivated in your business is important. Mm-hmm. And then I think the second thing is learning when to say no, and learning when certain things aren't working, for whether it's taking on a particular listing, whether it's just if it's not helping you grow and it's taking away elsewhere, it may be best to cut it out. So
I heard such wise words, I think, from Dave Ramsey organization. It's sometimes you have to say no to good things so you can say yes to great things.
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. What about you, Lisa?
Well, I have to put everything in a calendar to kind of make sure I don't forget something. But overall, I'm big about I'm big about needing balance, not putting too much of me into one thing or another. I know that about myself. I know I need rest in order to feel ready to, give to other people. So for me, it's normally prioritizing and shutting off the phone at a decent hour, 10:30, whatever, and going and getting as many hours of sleep as I can. I love to wake up early before the whole house and have my coffee, and just that 15, 30 minutes starting my day just to, game plan for the laundry list of things we're going to scratch off that day. And working out helps, even if it's, haven't been so great lately, but 30 minutes on this bad boy. Those really help me. And then, like Shay said, delegating those tasks. The husband doesn't love it, but sometimes it means he's having to do extra laundry and dishes, and just those small things help me feel like I don't have the list piling up, and things are maintained enough around me so then I can, because I want to hustle and I want to be there for my family. But this job is great. I always say I'm always off and I'm always on. We're working even if we're in our sweatpants that day and running to gymnastics, or she's doing dance with her girls. So the lines can get blurred really quickly when you're off and you're on, but that is also a huge blessing. So it works, and it takes time, I think, too, to find your groove, and it's always changing based on your volume. So you're super busy and you're managing it, and then you're slow, like, oh, I wanted rest, but now I don't know how to rest. So
well, I love that too, because you painted a picture of something that we always talk about, and that's you running around to gymnastics or whatever, but you're still working. And I think that that's one of the coolest things about real estate is it does allow us to have that time with our kids where you're not clocking in at 9 and clocking out at 5. You are on all the time, but you're also able to do all those things and not miss out. I love real estate for that reason.
yes. I know.
So if you guys are listening and you want to talk with Shay and Lisa, I know they're so willing to talk with you. So reach out to them. They're obviously lovely women, worth getting to know. I want to thank you both. It went really well. Even, we didn't even talk over each other that much. So this was a success. It was a success. Thank you guys so much. Stay on when we come off so I can give you some details about that, about the vision boarding. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.